What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to tame the Griffin to tame the Quetzal. So it's a very easy process, it just takes a little while. So what you got to do is get a Pteranodon, tame it up. It's pretty easy to tame one of those up. Then you make a taming pen just like this one right here. You need a lot of stone pillars, and then you're going to need some stone ceilings. Also the stone dino gate with the door on it. And you want to make the width of it as wide as it needs to be, like basically where the dino gate is, a little bit wider than what it is, just to make sure that the Griffin fits inside of it. And you want to tame the Griffin first, because with the Griffin you can equip weapons with it, so you can shoot it from the air without having to do any other methods. This is probably the easiest method, but you have to be on the Crystal Isles map, because this is where they spawn. So once you find the Griffin that you want to just hit it and aggro it, and then lead it to your taming pen. Now you want a Pteranodon because it's the only bird that would fit in between those pillars, and it's fast, so you want to make sure you have one of those Pteranodons. Also, once you land, you want to make sure to put your Pteranodon to passive, because mine's, he aggroed onto the Griffin and then they started fighting, and it was bad news from there. It's kind of annoying because you put them to follow you and they just don't follow you, they just keep attacking. So you have to actually put them on passive and then for them to follow you. Or you could even probably tell them to go to a certain location. I haven't tried that yet though. So now that I got my Pteranodon out the way, which is he was almost dead, I started shooting the Griffin and then forgot that my Pteranodon was set to follow. So then he came all the way inside the cage. Like, why would he do that? And he got hit twice right there, basically one more hit away from death. So that was the second time I had to deal with that, but finally we got it out the way. So once you do that, you just keep shooting the Griffin. He won't be able to escape from the stone pillars. He doesn't do damage to that, so you could keep him in there as long as you need. Also feed him the raw prime meat. That's a good way to tame him up pretty fast. It does take quite a while. They have a lot of torpor, so you're going to be shooting them a lot. So yeah, I would use the long neck rifle at the very least with the tranq darts. That's the best option. Or you could go ahead and use what I use, the crossbow, but it did take a little longer, and if you're going to be taming up a really high level, that's going to require a lot of arrows. So just stick with the long neck rifle just to be on the safe side. But once you tame it, all you need is a bunch of raw prime meat. That's it, you got the tame. And they don't need a saddle as well, so you could just ride it like that, which is the good part. Now with these guys, they do run out of stamina very fast, so prioritize upgrading your stamina first. So once you get it done, you start looking for the Quetzal, right? So right here I started looking for the Quetzal, and I ran out of stamina like I was saying, and got into some trouble. Now I got hit by I forgot what it was, that raptor thing, I forgot the name of it. But I got hit and I got stunned for a long time. So I was thinking that the Griffin could hold its ground, with all those raptors right there. But I guess it didn't, because yeah, it was already about to die. I seen all that blood on him, so I was scared. So I tried helping him out, I tried escaping, but before I even tried to fly away, it just died. So yeah, so the Griffin sucks at defending itself, so don't let it do that. Okay, so make sure you play right with the Griffin. It's fragile. I had to tame up another Griffin right there, but once you find the Quetzal, you can easily shoot it from the air while riding Griffin, so that's the good part. The Quetzal did take up a little bit amount of time to shoot him, so you want to make sure your Griffin, like I said, has a lot of stamina, because it's gonna need it. So once you get the spot where you find him, where you find the Quetzal, you want to make sure that he doesn't land in water as well. That's a very big thing, because if he does, he's most likely gonna die. Unless it's like shallow waters, but he'll most likely die either way. So what you want to do is, since the Quetzal is very fragile as well, you're gonna need that cable right there that I put in. You want to make sure that the Quetzal is protected, so put the spike walls right there around him. I think I took up like a little bit more than 10 spiked walls, so you're gonna make sure you get those out the way. They're not that hard to craft, so yeah, just make those. The Quetzal does require like a lot of time to tame, so whenever you're taming it, make sure you get the kibbles. Like I only had enough to make one kibble, so make like, I want to say at least like 3 or 4 or 5 exceptional kibbles, just to make sure that taming process doesn't take as long, because for me it did take a while. And I think the times taming is 2, I believe, because I play on standard settings on the single player map I play, and I think they changed it to ×2 taming. So right here there is a raptor coming in, so you see that's why those spiked walls are very important. So right there, you know, I was like, okay, maybe my Griffin has it because it's only against 1, and then all of a sudden there's more raptors. I was like, what the hell? And so, you know, I had to take care of my own, and once I got to my Griffin, it just died. I was like, damn. So yeah, the Griffin dies very easily, and I guess the only enemy is the raptors, because that's all I have trouble with, raptors in this with the Griffin. So that's my second Griffin right there from trying to tame a Quetzal. But either way, you know, we got it out the way, we shot it out of the air, and we're basically doing good right now, although we lost 2 Griffins. So you want to make sure it's completely covered. The only downside is that you have to kind of keep going in and out, so you're gonna have to keep breaking the spiked walls. But it's just to make sure that the Quetzal doesn't get hit by anything like those raptors. So right here I'm like looking for raw prime meat, and I find this Sarco right here. So, you know, I'm just killing it or whatever, just trying to get the resources for the Quetzal. I'm not that far from the Quetzal right here. I feel like the easiest thing to get raw prime meat is from the snakes. Just make sure that you don't get stung by them, or bit by them, because they do a lot of torpor damage, but they do give you a lot of raw prime meat as well. Also, you know, the alpha creatures, but those are hard to kill. And right here, well, what I ended up doing was, because I didn't have any dinosaurs with me, any flyers or nothing at all, so I decided to fast travel to my home and take an Argent with me, because I didn't want the Quetzal following me around while I'm on the ground. You know, I was pretty far from home, so I didn't want to take that risk and have it dying. So, you know, I try to make it as quick as possible, just to make sure that Quetzal don't wake up. I brought up his torpor as high as I could before I left. By the time I got back, it was pretty low, but you know, we were able to do it before he woke up. Well, that's all there is to know about how to tame the Quetzal and the Griffin. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I have more ideas coming for ARK videos. Also, if you want to see any workout videos, I could have those made as well. Just let me know. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Peace out.